Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of our Leap to Lead program. Yesterday, we welcomed you to the program together and we talked about your why and your blind spot, or blind spots, probably. If you're anything like me, you probably have a couple different areas that need some growth. So, definitely a couple base things to sort of get you prepped and get in the right mindset uh, to really go farther in this business, to leap to lead and then beyond is our goal for you. So today we're going to go sort of along the same route. We're going to talk about having a mindset shift today. So it kind of goes along with yesterday's topic and theme as well. So it's not the same. I promise you we're not going to just bore you. Sorry, I'm literally sitting on my couch right now, so I might get wiggly for a minute. I want to be able to read my notes to make sure I don't forget anything important that I wanted to discuss with you guys. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about having a mindset shift and really taking this from thinking of it as a hobby, which most of you probably are at this point, even if you don't think that you are. We're going to go through the difference of what's a hobby and what's a business. And you might kind of go, oh yeah, I guess I sort of have been treating it like a hobby. Maybe not all of you, but most of you will be. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story for those of you who don't know it. Just the very beginning. I started when I was on mat leave with my second child. We were really broke, but I didn't really do it for the money. Like I thought maybe like paying the groceries, not even the groceries, like $50 a month might sort of help us along. But I really did it for more friendships and connections. I didn't think anyone made money with direct sales. I was a full-time bartender, so I sort of thought direct sales were kind of a joke, to be honest. So I definitely started out thinking that this was a hobby that I would drop like it's hot when I went back to work the following May. This was in November. So a couple months later, I grew a team sort of just by accident because I was having fun and people were joining me. But I still wasn't a business owner. I didn't have the business owner's mindset. I wasn't on purpose promoting up the compensation plan. It was sort of all just falling in my lap. And then I went to Spring Sprint, which is now known as World Tour, a couple months later, and that really shifted my mindset. It really opened my eyes to the potential of this business. And that's when I came home and I remember Daryl and I having this conversation, and it was I said, well, I want to be a director by fall. And he's like, do it then. And I really saw the long-term potential in this business. And I really started thinking and hoping that this might be sort of a new lifestyle change, a new career that I could be proud of. So mine was a very like one moment in time mindset shift. It was the date, it was February 12th, I think, 2012. February 8th, maybe. Anyways, regardless, it was in February 2012. So I could really narrow down where I literally went boop, like a full 180. So you guys might not have that same experience. But I need you to at least be open to having that shift in your mindset. Sorry. So I need you to realize that Scentsy can be the vehicle to whatever you said your why was yesterday. And your why will change over the years. So once you hit that why, a new one will probably pop up, and it actually has to pop up. So you have to, if it doesn't pop up all by itself because of lifestyle, then you need to create a new one. My why has definitely changed over the years. So do you actually believe that Scentsy can be this vehicle for you? Okay, I want you to sort of like rummage that in your head for a minute while we talk. So let's identify what a hobby is. A hobby is something that you can like take it or leave it, that you kind of pick up when you have time, but put down and you're not worried about it. It's definitely not a priority. It's something that you just do for fun. Like for me, my hobby, I would probably say, other than drinking wine, is reading. So, I mean, I like hanging out with friends. Like, I don't know if you could consider that a hobby, but I would say probably my hobby mostly is honestly reading. I like to read for fun, by myself, uninterrupted. But if I don't get to do that every single day, which I don't, it doesn't affect my life or my paycheck or my family. So think of a couple things that you might like to do as hobbies, and think of like what happens if you don't get them done, or even if you do get them done, does it really affect your life? No, it just fills you up, right? It fills your cup. Where a business it has to be a priority. Think of a brick and mortar business, right? Like say, like a cupcake shop. If a customer walks up and that shop is closed and the lights are off, what happens? They lose that business, right? And that customer may or may never come back. They might find a new cupcake shop that they like, that suits them just as well. Well, same thing goes with our Scentsy business. If we're not open for business every single day, we're potentially losing out on business. So you really have to sort of adjust from, this is something I do for fun when I feel like it, to a CEO mindset of, I'm going to be open for business every day. I'm going to be looking for opportunities around me at all times, and I'm going to be intentional about the work that I do. So when you are out and about in your daily life, are you being intentional with the conversations you have and with the smiles you give others and with the kindness that you show? And you should be doing that anyways to be a nice person. But all of these things help you network and build your business alongside of being a nice person, right? So think of yourself as the CEO of your business, which you are. There's no other person who is going to come and rescue you. There's no employee that is going to come and open the doors for you. You are the CEO of your business, of your brick and mortar, right? So you just really need to like grab that key. We talk about grab that key and open up those doors every single day. You should have probably one rest day a week for sure, where you're taking a day off. But really it has to be a daily thing on your mind. You are the CEO because no one else is coming. Like I said, you are the only person who is in charge of your business. So you need to start acting like it. So I'm just referring to my notes. Sorry. So like I said before, we're going to rumble with this a little bit now. Do you believe that Scentsy is the vehicle to bring you to your why? So take a look at your why right now, if it's not at the top of your head, which it always should be from now on. Can Scentsy bring you there? Yes or no? You have to have this belief. Now, most people don't have a problem with that because our company is pretty solid, and we trust the people who have our backs. Most people, where they have the problem with belief, is within themselves. Do you right now, in your circumstances, where you live, with the people you know and the people that you're surrounded with, and your skill set, do you have what it takes to make this happen? Do you believe that or not? I will tell you that yes, you do. If I can do it, you can do it. I had no special skill set. I had no assistant giving me step-by-step directions on how to build a successful direct sales business. I didn't have a bunch of rich friends. We were both young. Most of my friends were bartenders, to be honest. I didn't have something special that you guys didn't or don't. If I can do it, you can do it. All I did was take that starter kit, which mine was worse than yours. The starter kit 7 years ago were definitely not as good as the ones now. So all I did was take that starter kit and the belief in this business and the belief in myself, and I ran with it, and I taught myself what I had to do to get here, and beyond. I'm not done. I'm going to continue to grow, and I'm going to continue to learn so that I can continue to grow. So you guys here right now, you're already doing the right things. That means that you're dedicated to your business and you want to grow, and that you're willing to learn how. If you're still listening to this video, you're willing to learn how. So if you don't have any of these beliefs in Scentsy or yourself, then you need to have a gut check moment with yourself between this video and the next video before you continue on this program. You really need to have that shift in mindset of that you can do this, because literally anybody can, okay? So I'm telling you this. I believe in you, but that's not enough. I wish it was, but you also need to believe in yourself. So belief is crucial. It has to be 100%. You have to get there before the next video, okay? So that's that. That's like the most important thing. You're not a hobbyist anymore, okay? You're a business owner. You have to be open for business every day, and you have to believe in yourself and this business. You have to believe that Scentsy is the vehicle that's going to take you from where you are now to the why that you wrote down yesterday, okay? Now, before we move on, we're going to quickly go over what the requirements for lead are. There's no point in doing this program if you have no idea what you're shooting for. So let's just quickly run through. For lead, to hit lead consultant, you need to have 500 PRV, 1,000 GWV, and 1 active frontline, right? Everybody should know what PRV is. So 500, that's non-negotiable. I'm going to encourage you to have that by the 15th of each month, not by the 30th at midnight, okay? It's just a good leadership habit to get into. Now, the 1,000 GWV. Well, what the heck is GWV for those of you who aren't quite versed in the compensation plan yet? GWV is group wholesale volume. That means that it's the wholesale volume of you and anybody under you, in your team, anyone who you sponsored and people who they've sponsored. It's the wholesale volume of you and all your peeps lumped together as one, okay? Wholesale is really just like PRV is personal retail volume, which we get paid 25% once you promote to certified, right? So wholesale is just our commissions off. So it's 75% of retail. So it's 100% minus our commissions at 25, okay? And then 1 active frontline, which means someone who you've personally sponsored has 200 or more PRV by now, like in the same month. So you need, in the same month, 500 PRV, 1,000 GWV, and 1 active frontline. If you're still confused about this, reach out to Teresa and I, or your sponsor or your director if we're not one of them. So that's that, okay? So in your notebook, your homework today, your challenge today is to take those lead requirements and jot them down in your notebook, okay? 500 PRV, 1,000 GWV, 1 active frontline. If you have any teammates, write their names under those requirements. So just so you can kind of keep on track. And then if you don't have any teammates, your homework will be, even if you do have teammates, everybody's homework, no matter what, is going to be to think of 3 people who you think would be awesome at this. Okay? Not who desperately need it or anything like that. We're not out to rescue people, okay? It's 3 people who you think would rock at this business. That's your homework, and I will see you guys on day 4. Welcome.